It is with profound sadness that I can confirm that we have found the body of a small child, which we believe to be Parker.
A heartbreaking end to the search for Parker Wells. What travelers are being advised to do as thousands of WestJet flight attendants prepare to strike.
She's been able to support some of our peace officers that have had difficult calls.
And meet the Golden Lab trained to help comfort people in crisis. Good afternoon. We begin with breaking news. After nearly 2 weeks, the search for Parker Wells has come to a tragic end. The body of the missing 11-year-old was found this afternoon. Here's a map showing where Parker went missing on July 16th and the distance he traveled before his body was found today. Police say on Tuesday they got a tip from the public about someone who found Parker's shoes. That led them to the area between Beaver Dam Business Park and Deerfoot Trail. It's believed Parker entered into a culvert and traveled through a labyrinth of pipes leading under Deerfoot Trail. The Calgary Fire Department had to use specialized equipment to get to him in a pipe near Shane Homes in the northeast. The police chief calls it a very difficult day for all Calgarians, but especially Parker's family.
Like everyone else, we hoped for a different outcome. Throughout this investigation, Parker's family has demonstrated extraordinary strength and courage while enduring every parent's worst nightmare. On behalf of the Calgary Police Service, I want them to know they have been at the centre of every decision we have made. We remain grateful for the trust they place in us during such an incredibly difficult time.
Police say the search is over, but their responsibility to the family does not end. They will continue to piece together what happened to help bring Parker's family closure. RCMP say a major crimes investigation is underway in High River. Several police vehicles are parked on the property along 112th Street in the southern Alberta town. Officials have not released any more details. Canada Border Services says nearly 400 kilograms of drugs were seized at the Coots border crossing. Officials say on July 2nd, meth and cocaine was found hidden in boxes on a commercial truck from California. The vehicle was heading to the small town of Vilna, northeast of Edmonton. The driver has been arrested. One of the leading fundraisers for the Alberta Independence Movement says voters shouldn't be turned off from his message because of his personal criminal history. Bob Deere spends most of his afternoons along 16th Avenue Northeast promoting separation. He says he's raised more than $53,000 thus far through his registered third-party advertiser, Alberta Land Consortium, Inc. In 2006, Deere was involved in a Calgary murder. He was found guilty of manslaughter after a business dispute and spent more than 9 years in prison. Deere still claims the courts got it wrong and is now asking Albertans to not let his past color the work he's doing now.
Criminal history doesn't have to do with trust. Sometimes people get caught up in things that shouldn't influence you as to the type of person that they are. 250,000 of us are just fighting really, really hard just to get the word out and do the very best that we can.
Deere isn't the only separatist leader with personal legal issues. Jeffrey Rath of the Alberta Prosperity Project currently has his assets frozen because of a financial dispute with a First Nation. WestJet could start grounding flights on Friday, and travelers who are taking up the airline on their free cancellation fee will only receive a travel credit. An agreement has yet to be reached between the union representing flight attendants and WestJet. The two sides are in the final days of a 3-week cool-down period after 99% of cabin crew voted to go on strike. Sunday is the earliest either side could legally take job action. One air passenger rights advocate says if people can, wait for WestJet to cancel your flight before making other plans.
You don't have to pay out of pocket for another flight if WestJet actually cancels the flight. Then they have to rebook you either on their own or partner airlines, or they have to buy you a ticket on a competitor airline. That's why I recommend waiting for the airline to cancel.
If a strike happens, about 75,000 passengers per day could be impacted. WestJet says it remains optimistic an agreement can be reached before the deadline. Crews from Calgary have arrived in Edmonton to help with storm cleanup. The city of Edmonton says damage to their urban tree canopy is extensive and requires specialized tree removal. There simply are not enough workers in their city to get it all done. Since June, Edmonton received more than 3,000 calls about storm-related tree issues.
Our first deployment includes 12 certified urban forestry staff, including arborists, technical tree fallers, forestry ground crews, horticulturists, and trained laborers.
Calgary will work alongside Edmonton crews to remove dangerous trees, clear debris, and reopen public spaces. The city of Calgary is getting its first specially trained dog to help people during emergencies. Golden Lab Minnie is joining the team at the Calgary Emergency Management Agency. Minnie will offer emotional support by being calm and providing quiet physical contact, which helps reduce stress and provide reassurance. She'll help people who have been displaced by emergencies as well as first responders themselves.
She's been able to support the Stampede opening that we had in the Emergency Operations Center. She's been able to support some of our peace officers that have had difficult calls, and she's been able to support some of our 911 emergency communications officers that have taken a difficult call. And she helps people to process as part of the debrief program. She brings the stress down, and it really is about the mental health and wellness of our staff.
Becoming an accredited facility dog is a big deal. It took 2 years of training to get Minnie ready for the workplace. Let's bring in Danielle with our first look at the weather. Today, I actually felt, I think a lot of us felt quite comfortable out there.
Yeah, it's a more reasonable heat today for us, but it still comes with sunshine and that beautiful blue sky that we know and love and kind of expect for our summer. We're about to skyrocket in temperature once again, though, so just bear that in mind as I go through this. Okay, radar and satellite, nothing going on. Nothing in the south, and that's because there's a ridge of high pressure in place, and this is a good strong one which will intensify over the coming days. That's keeping things stable and sunny and bright. 26 degrees is the temperature right now. Your 24-hour forecast is brought to you by Fifth Avenue Volkswagen, family owned, community driven. Discover more at Fifth Avenue Volkswagen. And for tomorrow, we're going to get that little bit hotter. Each day we're going to get hotter and hotter until Saturday when we get to 33. Tomorrow you're looking at a high of 28. Air quality health index likely at the moderate level throughout the day.
All right, Danielle, thank you. Still to come, it's a pickle of a problem, at least for one Calgarian. Why an Oak Ridge resident says they can't enjoy their home with all the racket going on outside. And sniff away, you two, the pair of canine detection dogs on the lookout for invasive mussels. Also, if you have a news tip, text us at 10400. A woman in her 20s has died after falling hundreds of meters during a backcountry hiking trip southwest of Canmore. It happened near Mount Shark. Canmore RCMP say they were called Tuesday afternoon to help Parks Canada with a rescue. A group of 4 hikers were finishing a loop hike when the woman lost her footing and fell. Members of the hiking party climbed down and attempted first aid and used an emergency messaging device to call for help. A helicopter was stood down because of high winds. The hikers were able to come off the mountain today, and the woman's body has been recovered. Kicking Horse Mountain Resort near Golden shut down for over an hour this afternoon for a safety incident. Details about what happened haven't been released. The resort posted a notice that all guests, staff, and Boo the Bear and its Grizzly Bear Refuge were safe. Later, it said normal gondola, hiking, and biking operations resumed, but the Bear Refuge, Catamount Chair, and Eagle's Eye Restaurant remain closed until tomorrow. Parks Canada has closed the backcountry campsites at Lake Minnewanka after a bear encounter. Officials say a bear was sniffing around the outside of an occupied tent, then eventually moved on without entering. The camping areas have been closed out of an abundance of caution. The province has added 2 new detection dogs to help sniff out invasive mussels. Jane and Winnie are now joining Hilo to help protect Alberta's waterways. The conservation canines work alongside watercraft inspectors at mandatory stops in the province. They have been trained to smell for mussels and sit when they detect the invasive species.
We have 8,000 kilometers of pipes and canals that are moving water. If these mussels got into these interconnected systems and lakes, that's affecting our drinking water downstream, municipalities, our recreation opportunities, because they're going to just start to clog and reproduce. So the damage that these mussels could cause in Alberta, it's really immeasurable.
Until September 30th, it's mandatory for everyone transporting boats and paddleboards to stop at inspection stations. Failing to do so could result in a fine up to $4,200. The province says this year it's intercepted 6 watercraft with invasive mussels. All right, let's bring in Danielle once again. We know that we're not done with the heat because I think the hottest day is yet to come.
It's Saturday, yeah. And we were talking about this yesterday, you and I, off air, about how, you know, the heat's nice in the summer, but when you get a couple days where it's not as hot, it's kind of a nice little break.
Yeah.
Comes with a little bit of a breeze. And then we're going to get right back in there as we head into long weekend. Yes, long weekend is just ahead. All right, Skywatch weather shot here, and you can see it's mainly sunny. We have a couple white puffy clouds out there. There's no active weather to talk about. Air quality health index is low. This is ideal summer weather, you could say. 30 to 40 kilometer per hour gusts in the south, exactly what we can expect for tomorrow. And when we get that little breeze as temperatures climb, it's actually kind of a nice thing to feel out there. Okay, right now temperatures 26 in Calgary. It's our daytime high, also our current temperature. 28 in Lethbridge, 30 in Medicine Hat. The southeast corner obviously hotter than everywhere else and will continue to be the story. For example, as we head into Saturday in the southeast corner, they're looking at daytime highs closer to that 40 mark. We're looking in the low 30s for Calgary. We have heat warnings in place, of course, because this has been a long, extended week with daytime highs over 30 in the southeast corner. The criteria for warnings, heat warnings, are a bit different in this area. So Claresholm, Nanton, up to Okotoks, Bragg Creek, we're looking at daytime highs 29 to 33 over these coming days, with that 33 being on Saturday. Calgary is just a degree off of being included in the heat warning, just so you know. So we don't have the heat warning in place, but boy, it's still going to be hot. All right, radar and satellite, nothing to talk about here because we have the ridge of high pressure in place, and that's pumping everything up way up to the north. And it promotes sinking air and stability and sunshine. We're going to get a pump of air from the States, and it's going to make things even hotter heading into your weekend. So basically what we're looking at, you can see the jet stream, we'll say in this lighter orange color. This is going to pump up. So we're looking at that boost of air from the States. This is going to bring our temperature in Calgary to 33 on Saturday, closer to Medicine Hat and surrounding areas, looking at high 38, 39 degrees. And then this weather pattern is going to completely shift as we get into Sunday. The jet stream is the storm track. That's what's been tracking all the storms in through central Alberta for the last few weeks. It's going to be over southern Alberta come Sunday. So by Sunday, on our long weekend, the weather pattern will change. That means we open up to the chance of thunderstorms on Sunday, and we also will have much cooler temperatures as it brings in a cooler air mass. This is the next 2 days, though. Nothing to talk about in the south. There is late tomorrow. There will be activity on the Saskatchewan side. Small chance it could creep into Medicine Hat. But outside of that, it's stable right through until Sunday afternoon, you could say. Because then we're going to have that jet stream move down and really switch the game for us. Okay, this is your 5-day forecast brought to you by Centra Install Pros, your window and door replacement specialist. 28 is our high for tomorrow. Air quality health index at moderate, lots of sunshine, getting up to 30 in the city on Friday. Air quality health index might go from moderate to high at times. There's that possibility because we're going to get a push of air from the fires in BC. 33 is the high on Saturday, and then look at Sunday, the chance of thunderstorms and a high of just 23 by then.
All right, Danielle, thank you. A pickleball court in the southwest community of Oak Ridge is serving up some noise issues. This is the sound Denis Hamel hears daily from his Heritage Manor apartment. The unit is only a few dozen meters from the Oak Ridge Racket Club's pickleball courts. In March, he brought his complaints forward to both his counselor and the Oak Ridge Community Association, but says neither were helpful. A staff member for the Oak Ridge Community Center, which oversees the courts, told CTV News a playtime from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. has been instituted, while sound barriers have also been put up.
We can't cook outside. You can't have friends over. because all you hear is that popping sound. And I know with the bricks and all that, it makes it maybe a little bit echoey, but it's just annoying, right? You just can't listen to it all day long.
We did reach out to the city for comment, which said it is a community association matter. A one-of-a-kind exchange with China is helping turn Alberta into one of Canada's fastest-growing hotbeds for table tennis. Delegates and coaches from China are lending a helping hand in Calgary for the first ever table tennis exchange at the Calgary Junior Table Tennis Association. Organizers say they have seen the sport grow rapidly over the course of a decade, with the province boasting 7 spaces dedicated to player development. The goal with the exchange is to make Alberta a table tennis athletes' hub. For a third time this month, Canada's PM has visited Alberta. Still ahead, we'll have more on the joint housing announcement with Mark Carney and Alberta's Premier in Red Deer today. It might be one of those days that you don't want to look at your investment portfolio. Joining me is Faisal Karmali, Portfolio Manager with the Popwich Karmali Advisory Group. So Faisal, what caused markets to drop so sharply today?
Well, the Federal Reserve came out with their decision of no interest rate change. Not a problem. They actually pretty much had the same statement as they had in June. Not a problem. But the committee members voted differently this time than they did in June. In fact, in June's meeting, 12 out of 12 said no interest rate increase. This time, 3 out of the 12 said they wanted an increase in interest rates. So it wasn't a majority vote, but it was a shift in viewpoint, and that caused a bit more of a change. Right now, the market's predicting a 65% chance of an interest rate increase in September. That kind of wobbled up the markets overall, and that's why we were down almost 2% in the U.S.
Wow, okay. And it's the case of, I'll have a martini, but hold the vodka. Canadians are consuming less alcohol.
You called it right. Alcohol, cannabis, and beer all down in sales. If you just look at Edmonton-based SNDL, which runs Liquor Depot, Wine and Beyond, Ace Liquor, and Value Buds Cannabis, they reported with their chief financial officer saying this is not only a we problem, it's an overall Canadian problem. We're seeing liquor sales down because people are saying hold the vodka. We're seeing beer sales down because of affordability, as most beer are purchased in restaurants and bars, and cannabis is down because they would rather do other things with their money. So overall, we're starting to see different reasons, but all three are down.
Faisal, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Ottawa is putting more money into housing in Alberta, specifically the infrastructure that's needed to build new communities. This morning, Prime Minister Mark Carney and Premier Danielle Smith announced a joint housing infrastructure fund. Ottawa will spend more than $500 million over 5 years to build the drinking water, wastewater, and sewage systems for new homes in Alberta. The announcement was made in Red Deer, where City Council voted against housing density, cancelling out some federal funding. Now it would get federal money under a different program.
We're being less prescriptive. We're being clearer about the objectives. We're recognizing that there will be different solutions in different municipalities and certainly within different provinces across the country, and tailoring agreements, and with a focus which is very much shared by the government of Alberta, I know, and other governments, but you see it in action here on getting things done.
The Prime Minister pointed out the money will help support a wastewater pipeline in Airdrie, enabling the construction of another 45,000 homes. Theft of copper wire is on the rise, with telecommunication companies being hit hard. Between January and June of this year, Bell recorded 993 thefts across Canada. That's a 78% increase over last year. Arrests have also risen by 32%. The resale value of stolen copper wire is low compared to the damage caused. Thefts result in disruption of internet, TV, and phone services, and can compromise access to emergency services. Bell is the owner of this station. The search for Parker Wells ends tragically. Here's Ian White with a look ahead to CTV News at 6.
Camilla, the 11-year-old's body was found this afternoon near Deerfoot Trail. Police say they found him after following up on a lead. Coming up at 6, we'll have more details about the tragic end to this search. Also ahead, WestJet is preparing to start grounding flights on Friday. Coming up at 6, we'll have reaction from passengers impacted by the labor dispute. Camilla?
Ian, thank you so much. Firefighters responded to a roof fire at a northeast commercial building last night. At around 6:30, thick black smoke filled the air south of 32nd Avenue near 16th Street. Calgary Fire say the structure is a mix of office and warehouse space. Businesses in the area were closed at the time, but there were workers on the roof when the fire broke out. They managed to get away safely. The extent of the damage is still being tallied. And about 10 minutes earlier, firefighters responded to a garage fire on Bedford Circle Northeast. They were met with heavy smoke and flames. Crews knocked down the fire before it spread to neighboring homes and garages. EMS says a woman was assessed at scene and transported in serious but stable condition. An investigation into the cause of the fire is underway. We have lots of sunshine out there, sitting at a comfortable 26 degrees. It feels like a nice summer's day, a little hazy though. Danielle has more details right after the break. The countdown is on to the long weekend.
It is. And if you're making outdoor plans, let's say go to the lake, outdoor pool, big long walk, a hike, I don't know, all those outdoor things. Saturday is hot, but it's stable, and you may get some of that stability for parts of Sunday. 26 is the current temperature, today's daytime high. But for the next couple days, it's stable. We lose this weather pattern starting on Sunday afternoon, though. By then, just a high of 23 degrees.
All right, Danielle, thank you. Banff's White Museum is hosting a year-long Indigenous artist mentorship project. 13 artists from across nations and generations are taking part in the I Am project. The artistic works vary from traditional paintings to animation and many mediums in between. It's meant to showcase the White Museum's connection to the Indigenous community, dating back to its founders in the early 1900s. The artists are working on their own, but had the chance to meet as a group.
In our workshop week, we just sat and created and just said, if you had a dream project, what would you create? And got to watch that expand and explode and kind of be taken out of a more restrictive system that they're normally in as artists. You have a commission that you have to meet. This is much more expansive.
The artists have a little more than 8 weeks to finish their pieces. The exhibition opens in November in the gallery space at the White Museum. An excellent opportunity for everyone involved. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Now here's the early edition of the CTV National News.